Hi everyone, my name is Cooper and I use they them pronouns, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Flo Mask Pro, which is a reusable face mask for adults. It's an elastomeric mask, which basically is what this says. It's a reusable face mask. I got this mask after looking online for really quality mask, and this one just kept on showing up, and I figured, why not try it? Full disclosure, I'm not being paid by Flo Mask. I'm just a consumer. I purchased this mask. It was fairly expensive. I think it was around $100 or maybe a little bit less. And I think that's a little bit of a hefty beginning price tag, but honestly, I did the math and it is cheaper than continuing to buy N95 mask, which is what I will likely be using throughout the winter. I also recently got COVID, either outdoors or indoors. If I was outdoors, I was not wearing a mask, and if I was indoors, I always wear a mask. So that just shows how transmissible this virus is in this variant, and so I think it's really important to wear a mask regardless of activity and regardless of location. This is actually made by a bunch of product designers in the Bay Area, which you can tell because this is actually a really nice box. And this is where the mask was, and then underneath it there are the filters. So it's just really solid design, and then this is the carrying case for the mask, and then the mask is inside of it. And so I'll just go through my review. Because I got COVID recently, I have been really cautious, which is contrary to what a lot of people do after they get COVID, because I really just don't want COVID again. I don't want to find out the impacts of long COVID. If I get COVID multiple times. Long COVID affects 1 in 5 people, they think. So I really just am trying to avoid that. I am vaccinated, I'm boosted, but I still really care about not contracting COVID again, and am an extremely cautious person in terms of COVID. So there is that. I know some people are not as cautious as I am, and that's okay. But this is what I am doing. So I'm just going to share that with you. So I really don't go many places. I go rock climbing on Wednesday nights, and I go to work on Thursdays. Both are in-person activities where very few other people are wearing a mask. Although I did see someone yesterday wearing an N95 mask at the gym. So shout out to whoever that was. And I've seen a few more people at work just wearing masks around, but not many. So I have decided to up my mask game, really because I don't want to get COVID, and if other people aren't masking, then the best way to prevent that is to wear a high quality mask, like an N95, KN95, or this, and not eat indoors. So I actually wore this mask today for about 8 hours at my job, and I only took it off for about 10 minutes to eat outside. And honestly, it was not as uncomfortable as I feared. When I've worn N95s in the past, they tend to really scrunch up your face. My favorite N95 is a Champac N95. It's a ribbed N95 and it's very comfortable, but I find that this is actually more comfortable. And I did go rock climbing in this, and I have gone walking. I have only used the Pro filter, full disclosure. The Pro filter filters out about 99%, and the Everyday filter filters out about 95. So I've just trying to be a little bit more cautious, so I've used the Pro filter, but that's not to say that the other filter does not work as well. I've actually heard that the Everyday filter feels like you're not wearing a mask. So for some people that may actually be really nice, because a lot of people don't like wearing masks. So I'll just do a quick look at what this mask is. So the mask looks like this. I'll put it on in this video. It has straps. I actually put this strap on the top and this one on the bottom so that I can crisscross them, but you don't have to. And I'm going to take this apart for you. So there's this piece here, which you can use to take it apart. You basically just push in and it comes apart. There's this condensation layer, which actually helps with the seal, and then there's this cage looking thing, and then the filter goes on that, right? This is the filter, and then it's covered by this to close it. So if you were to put this together, you would take this, and then you take the filter. You'd try to line it up with these notches that are in here. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera. I'm going to do it like this because I just think it's a little easier for me. And then you push this on top, like so. and then you end up with it together. The silicone layer is actually really nice because it does prevent fogging, and it also helps get a better seal than some of the other masks, and because it's not made out of the same material as some of the other masks, it is actually a little bit more comfortable. Then this little piece just goes into the mask, and you kind of line it up with the silicone piece, and then you can look at it, and voila, you are done. It's very fast. This is actually like one of the fastest masks to put on. I take off my glasses when I put it on, but because I do the crisscross, I put it on, I put the top one down, and then I put this longer one over top. And then I put my glasses back on. There's actually a little bridge for the glasses. My glasses are not that big. And you can actually hear that this is a little bit better than an N95 in terms of how audible I am. And what I do is I actually use like a plastic bag to do a fit check. So I breathe in, and then I see if there's any air that comes out. Oh, I did a pretty good job. There's actually not that much air, no air coming out that I can tell. It's not fit, like, this is not like an actual fit check that someone would do if they were like NIOSH doing it. But I am not. I'm actually in my house, so it's not that important that this is super fit checked. But you can hear that I'm audible. You can see that I crisscross the mask. And I find that this is actually incredibly more comfortable than some of the other masks. I actually have this mask on my table because I'm potentially going to wear it today. But compared to like some of these masks that are like kind of the KN95 type shapes, this actually fits my face like much better. And they have two different nose type bridges things. So this is for the low nose. So I'm Asian, so my nose is like very like stereotypically like low, but they do have for other like more European nose types, different types of bridge. I think one of the best things about this mask is that when I went rock climbing, I really didn't feel like I normally do, where I feel like really insecure that my mask is holding. The strap did come down a little bit, but I was able just to like kind of push it up, and it worked really well. I went on a walk with this. I went on a 3-mile walk the other day. There was very minimal condensation, and it was just really like, I felt really great. And I like could not say enough kind things about this mask. I feel really secure wearing this. And it's just like the most comfortable mask I've worn. And you know, with the surges of RSV, the flu, and COVID, I think that this will be my go-to mask for the foreseeable future. COVID doesn't appear to be going anywhere. And I'm just really glad that folks made this, because this is awesome. One thing that I will note that is a negative, maybe not like super negative, is that when you take it off, you often are left with like these marks on your face. They do go away pretty fast, but they are pretty noticeable if you wear it for a long amount of time. So just be aware of that. But yeah, I love this mask, and I'm just like super happy and excited. And as a reminder, I will mail people a N95 mask if you do need them. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions you have. I'm more than willing to answer them. And thank you for watching. I know this is a little bit long. Thank you.